Hi, this is Janie at Janie's Journals. It's a place where I hope we can encourage and inspire each other. And today I have week 9 of Emily at Junk Journal Inspirations prompts. She's calling it the hashtag simplyrandomchallenge. I did an entire process video of the ephemera that I made using her prompts, and after 6.5, almost 7 hours of trying to get it to upload, I finally had to just give up. So I apologize for that. I don't have a process video. If you have any questions, you can shoot them in the comments down below and I'll answer them for you. But the prompts for this week were white, travel, sewn, composition book or notebook, bottle caps, and tickets. So I went ahead and I had put it in the journal that I'm working on, and here is the page that I ended up doing. I'll have some close-up pictures of this at the end of the video. So I have this pocket that is made from a train, a picture of a train. No copyright problems. The background of it is this really neat fabric I had forgotten I even had. I was digging for something else for another project, and I come across this, and I think this is some Tim Holtz fabric, but it's just bottle caps. And what I did, let me get the rest of this stuff out of the way. There we go. What I did is I used this Yes paste. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Here's what the Yes paste looks like. It's an all-purpose flat glue. This stuff, I don't use it a whole lot. It's real thick and very tacky for sure. When you put it on like paper, because I put this material on some cardstock, and when you put it on there and you start spreading it out, it really liquefies and spreads out smooth. And I had attached this to the background, the cardstock first, and then whenever I got to looking at it with the other things, I thought it looks too bright and too colorful. So I used some coffee. I keep a spray bottle of coffee water in my refrigerator, and I sprayed that all over it. And then I used just some black calligraphy ink, these parts that are a little bit darker. That's what that is. And then I spritzed on some alcohol inks, which you can see, like here for instance is a couple of the, I think it was caramel is the color that I used. And I was actually very surprised the Yes paste did not turn loose of the material even after all of that wetness was put on there. I wish you could see the process video, because I had this thing soaking wet and that Yes paste held on, so I was surprised. So that is part of the bottle caps that I used. And the train represents the travel. Then I have these tickets that one of them I used out of the same page that I found the train photo. And I made 3 of these, but I ended up only using 1. There's the other 2 I'll definitely use in another project. And then I also put on here a milk bottle cap as like a little, I don't know, hand pull. I don't know what you call that. So these are the tickets that I used. Again, some alcohol ink. I did this one I tore a little bit and just put a lot of distressed ink down in there. There's another bottle cap. This was just a ticket that was in my stash. I'm not even sure where it come from, but you know, I dog-eared the corner of this one and did some distress inking. And then for the white, this actually did start out as white. It's one of those flat back eyelets. It was white, and I did stain it with some distress ink because the bright white just wasn't going good with everything else. And this is an old train station schedule that I blew up just a little bit, just enough so that it would fit my notebook. And this notebook actually is, I made a copy of the front of it to mess with. It's a tiny notebook. It's 4.5 by 3.25 that I got, I think, at the dollar store or something. And that's what I used, but I tore out most of the pages. I left 4 pages, well, 5 in there. In the back, you can see I didn't do anything to change it. So that was the white. This was printed on white cardstock. And the composition notebook, I also sewed around the edges here of this. So that's my sewn part. And then the tickets, yeah, so that was week 9. And I'm a little bit behind on these because I took a trip to visit my kids in Texas. So I'm a few videos behind. I'm going to try to catch them up, but if I don't, I'm not going to stress over it either because there's more coming from what Emily was saying. So that is my week 9, and I appreciate you guys taking a look. And if you feel so inclined, I would love to have you subscribe. I do plan on doing, my next video is probably going to be some ephemera with Amazon packaging. I'm still working it out and getting things, lined up for that. But y'all have a great day, and thanks again for watching.